Hey guys, Chris from the Auto Den here. How you doing today? Take you back a little bit to 1990. I'm sitting at home reading a magazine and I see that GMC's rolling out a Cyclone in 1991, which is essentially a turbo all-wheel drive pickup truck, and nothing but smiles reading that story. Fast forward, the sales weren't great on that because it only had a 600-pound capacity. So GM pivoted and came out with the Typhoon, which is what's behind me now. I have been a huge fan of these ever since I saw this in a magazine, and I've owned 5 or 6 of them, and coincidentally this is my truck here. I keep it here at the Auto Den Dallas. So this truck was a project in conjunction with a company called Productive Automotive Services, or PASS, and GM took a few thousand trucks of the S10 pickup and then eventually moved into the S10 Blazer. They sent them to PASS, and PASS did heavy modifications on the drivetrain and motor on these trucks. Super cool, super fun to drive. So they made 4,697 Typhoons in 1992 and 93, 2,200 of them in 1993, and 593 of them in 93 were all white. So a fairly limited production truck. The bad part is it's got a standard old school S10 interior, so it's very clunky, plasticky. They did replace the seats with some cool leather, and then they did different gauges with the turbocharger and so forth. The neat part about this is they put a 4.3 liter all-wheel drive Garrett water to air cool system in it and a Mitsubishi TD06 turbo. The all-wheel drive and the turbo and the automatic nature made this thing in 1993 the undisputable street racing king. With all-wheel drive, you could launch this at 3,000 RPMs and 10 pounds of boost, and at Viper or Ferrari, it didn't matter, had no chance. Now you go on a quarter-mile track, you might see a little bit different results. But this thing was the king of the streets back in the day. I bought this truck personally because it's 100% original. I do have the original rims and tires, but the owner who I bought this from happened to have these kind of period correct Corvette wheels on there. I've chosen to leave them. And it's a great truck to drive. They're easy to modify. Most people have modified them or raced them and beat them tough. So finding an all original example like this is fairly hard to do. I'm proud to have it here at the Auto Den. I had not owned one for quite a few years, and I decided with the opening of Auto Den in Dallas that it'd be fun to get back into it. And so this is one of our newer arrivals, and I'm happy to share it with you.